Victor Wembanyama is going to play the rest of the season, Spurs fans. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Caught the CBS article this morning that I want to share with you, and go over the article and then give my 2 cents from maybe some different fan-type perspectives on whether this is good news or bad news. While I'm doing so, drop a comment down below. Are you excited Wemby's going to play the last 5 games? Or are you like, don't do it, Wemby? Hit the thumbs up, support the channel, and subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs and sports community. Let's get into the article from CBS Sports. This is around the point on the calendar in which the best players on the NBA's worst teams tend to call the season. True. By April, almost everybody has a lingering injury or two that could feasibly keep them out. And with nothing left to play for, teams frequently choose to shut their most important players down. This is true of our San Antonio Spurs. Devin Vassell and Jeremy Sohan have already been ruled out for the year, while several other players are listed on the injury report as well. Keldon Johnson, Cedi Osman, Dominic Barlow. So yeah, we've got some injuries at the end of the season. Just don't expect Victor Wembanyama to join those teammates. So long as he's able, he plans to play. Quote, "It's just my mentality. I made a commitment to this team. I have a responsibility towards the organization and the team and the fans. So there's no reason to sit out." He had said this in an interview with Jeff McDonald of the San Antonio Express News. And I'll say this, Spurs fans, prop to him to not only committing to the team, but the fans. The fans part feels very Jordan-esque to me. And I wish more players had that mentality of, people are paying to see me play. Hey, I'm good to go. I'm going to play. Anyway, as we move right along in the article, there are red flags, of course, with Wemby's frame from an injury perspective. But Wemby has been quite durable as a rookie. He's already played in 68 games, and with 5 to go, he can finish the season at 73. And yes, he's been durable. He has had 2 sprained ankles on his right ankle and 1 on his left, but nothing was serious. I just don't want to see that recurring injury over and over throughout the same season and many years ago. So hopefully that's done and over with this year. The Spurs right now, at the time of this video, are tied with the Hornets at 19 wins apiece. So there is some slight incentive to lose down the stretch in order to maximize their lottery odds. But the difference is minimal, and with Wemby in place, the Spurs aren't quite as desperate for draft position in a weak class as the rest of the field. As we say, we tanked for Wemby. We don't want to be tanking with Wemby. And to close out the article, the goal for San Antonio at the moment is to develop a winning culture, which over the last 5 games we certainly have. When the face of the franchise declares that he will play so long as he is able, that trickles down to the rest of the roster. San Antonio may be out of the running this season, but with Wembanyama leading the way, it'll be in the thick of next year's playoff race. Well, just next year? Well, you might be right. So my 2 cents, Spurs fans, which I'm going to go over. There's a bunch of different ways you can look at this. As a Spurs fan starting, which most of you are there watching the channel, we're going to watch the team and be interested in the team, whether they win or lose, playoffs or eliminated, Wemby or no Wemby. This changes nothing with him being here for the rest of the season. The only negative to this news is he could get hurt in one of the last 5 games. Hopefully not. If you're a Wemby-only fan, and there's certainly those that are out there, this is great news. You're going to stay interested until the end of the season. Negative to this is he could get hurt in one of these last 5 games. As a Spurs content creator, this is obviously a positive, as everyone, Spurs fans, Wemby fans, and everything in between, will be interested until the end of the season. When Wemby's there and the team is playing well, interest is higher in the Spurs. And for the Spurs to play well, they need Wemby. The only negative is that he get hurt in one of these last 5 games. And as far as team tank goes, because there are people that want us to tank, there's only 5 games left, but I suppose you want us to lose the last remaining 5 and be the worst Spurs team of all time. I'm personally hoping that doesn't happen. I don't know why. It's just who I am. I don't want to see this team finish with Wemby in his rookie season as the worst team of all time. You only need 2 more wins. And I think Portland just has to win 1 more to stay above us. I think they're next with 21 wins, and then we're tied with Charlotte at 19. So there is a chance by winning 2 more games, we could finish as the 4th worst team, maybe even the 5th. But anyway, let me finish up with the team tank. Double negative. The team has a chance of winning games with Wemby there, and they obviously could drop in the standings. We have Memphis on the schedule remaining, and though they've been playing well lately, they're still a disaster. And then we have the Detroit Pistons, who, that's the last game of the year. I'll be alive for it. That that could be a disaster to watch, but it might be fun just to have a chill stream and watch two of some of the worst teams in the NBA go at it. So there's the risk of dropping in the standings with Wemby playing. And then, of course, I've already brought this up before, and I'm sorry to say it again, he could get hurt in one of the last 5 games. I'm glad he's going to be playing. I am. I hope he stays healthy just to see. They mentioned in the article developing a winning culture. And when you look over these last 5 games, they've been competitive. We competed against the NBA champions. And let's not forget that we're not only competing against playoff-bound teams or teams fighting for the playoffs, but we're winning some of these games. And we're winning them without people that we feel, some of us, maybe not all of us, but some Spurs fans think are going to be a major key contributor or component of this team becoming a championship caliber team, or at least a playoff team in the next few years. Devin Vassell, out for the year, as they mentioned. Jeremy Sochan, out for the year. Kellen Johnson's been MIA since those two were announced out for the year. Cedi Osman recently came down with an injury. So we're missing major parts of our bench and obviously our starting lineup, but other guys are stepping up. It was nice to see Devontae Graham get some legit playing time against his former team in the Pelicans, and he played well and contributed, I think it was 20 points off the bench. Julian Champagnie, who I've been critical of all year, up until that Pelicans game, has shown a great ability to get blocked by the rim when going for dunk attempts. He just has not looked athletic, but he finished strong on 2 dunks. I think he had one spot where he drove to the rim and threw it down, and then he had an alley-oop dunk, and he's finally like, isn't that the guy we saw in Summer League? You know, taking 3-point shots, maybe not making all of them, but at least if you're open, no hesitation, fire at will, and then getting to the rim and also scoring. He's been playing much better defensively, too. He had like 4 blocks in that game, so if he can keep contributing and growing at the end of the season, look, I'm not advocating for him to be a starter next year, but he's a young player on a very friendly contract, 4 years, $12 million, I believe, and he could be a very important piece off the bench. Give us some defense and give us maybe some 3-level scoring. I don't know if he's got 3-level scoring at this point. He's definitely on one level, working on the second level. Haven't seen a lot in between, so we'll see on that. The team's finding ways to win. Malachi Branham's showing some development. I'm even sure he's been up and down all year, but just developing a winning attitude and team chemistry going into next season. And I'm excited about what I say at the end of every video. I'm excited about what's going to happen next to the Spurs. And with Wemby leading the way, the sky's the limit. He just keeps getting better and doing incredible things. 1 assist short of a triple-double in the last game. So I'm rambling a bit. The Spurs played the 76ers tonight, and B dropped, what did he drop? Did he drop 70 on us last time we played him? So hopefully maybe a little revenge game for Wemby tonight. I'd like to see Wemby drop 70 on Bede, but probably not happening. Maybe a triple-double? Maybe a quadruple-double? We'll certainly take that instead. Thank you all, Spurs fans. I'll see you tonight. Have a great day, and as always, go Spurs, go.
Listen to Wemby.